Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I kind of wanted to give you guys something a little bit different. I'm going to give you guys my top high-end and drugstore highlighters, and then I'm going to give you guys a little demo at the end of the video to show you guys how and where I apply them. So if you're interested in this video, then just stay tuned and keep on watching. Alright, so the first highlighter I'm going to talk about is one from the drugstore, and it is an eyeshadow. It's a single eyeshadow from Maybelline in the color Champagne Fizz. And this is just what it looks like, and it's really champagne-y. That's the swatch of it. And when I was a little bit more fair before summer came along, I did like applying a stark champagne highlight. I'm not sure if I want to call it a stark white, just because basically every pearlescent little shadow or highlighter like this is typically called champagne. So this is just what I like to apply, and it runs around like $2 and something cents. So this is a really cheap alternative if you can't find any highlighters you like or any price range that works with you. So if you're on a really tight budget, I honestly suggest picking up a single shadow with whatever undertone you like, because most of the time I typically go towards an eyeshadow. Instead, why am I like not being able to talk today? I typically pick an eyeshadow over an actual highlighter or highlighting palette. So this is one of my go-tos. So another one of my really favorite drugstore highlighters is from Physicians Formula. I always have trouble saying that word. And it is, this is the powder palette, Mineral Glow Pearls and Beige Pearl. I picked this up a couple months ago, and I'm barely hitting pan on it, as you can see right there in the center. This isn't such a stark bright highlight, so if you like something more suitable, then I suggest picking this up, because that's what one little swatch looks like. It's obviously very buildable, but if you like something really light and more natural looking, then I suggest picking this one up. For a drugstore highlight, this does run a little bit on the pricier side. This will come out to be $10 and like around $10 actually, because it is like $9.80 something. So for this highlight, I mean, the good thing is it does come with a little mirror in it, and then a little brush that I've lost. So if you hear noise coming in from outside, that it is like it's trash day, so excuse that. But yeah, it is a little bit pricier for a drugstore highlight, but it's still one of my very favorites. So another really good highlight from the drugstore is the none other Wet n Wild illuminating palette, and this is in Catwalk Pink. This one, ever since I saw it on Instagram, I think it was, I instantly fell in love with it. I still haven't been able to find their limited edition highlighters. I'm not sure if they already got rid of those or not, but I still haven't been able to find them. And this is just what the swatches look like. And then this one is kind of cool because it does come with 4 different colors. It comes with a bronzier one, a hot pink one, which I don't really care for, another light pink one, which I really don't care for either, and then another champagne color. Obviously the 2 favorites out of this whole palette is the champagne one and the bronzier one. These are really buttery and creamy blendable. They also are buildable as well. This palette will run you for around, I think, like $4, so this is a really good alternative. I still have seen these around in stores, so I'm pretty sure you still could pick them up. But yeah, this is what the swatches look like once again, and they are my favorite. The hot pink one in the middle next to this, like this one, I don't care for, just because if I apply it to my areas where I highlight, it just looks weird. Like, I don't like it. And then this pinkier one, I don't like as well. These 2 are really identical to each other, except for this one has a little bit more of a pink undertone, and this is more of a white pearlescent undertone. So for the higher end side of highlighters, I only have 2, just because like I said, I do kind of reach more for an eyeshadow highlight instead of like an actual palette. But the reason I have 2 is because these are my top 2 favorite ones. And the first one is from Laura Geller, and this is Peach Glow. And this is just what it looks like. And this is the swatch of it. It is really nice, and it does have a pink undertone. I couldn't find the one that everybody uses, the Gilded Honey one, and I know she has another one that I just saw at Sephora last night, and I fell in love with it, but it was out of stock. So I mean, yeah, but I picked this little baby up a couple months ago, and it ran me for about, I think it was $28. But yeah, this is in Peach Glow. I really like this one because it's so, like, I'm not a peachy type of person. I don't like a colorful highlight. I like something either bronzier or really pearly. So when I picked this one up, at first I wasn't like, I swatched it and I liked it because it does have a pink undertone to it, but then it kind of looks like pearly at the same time. So that's what I like about it. When I apply it to my face, it doesn't look pink. So that's what I like about it. It's a good highlight. So as long as the highlight is good, that's all I care about. So my top favorite highlight for the high-end side has to go to the none other than Champagne Pop from Becca and Jaclyn Hill. I honestly love this highlight so freaking much. Like, it beats every other highlight I've ever tried, ever seen. And this is just a swatch of it. This is what it looks like. And I'm obsessed with this highlight. Like, this is like my everyday highlight. Like, it's good for people who are on the light skin side, who are on the dark skin side, and everybody else in between. It just fits everybody that I've tried it on so perfectly. I highly recommend it, and it does run you for about $38, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. This has beat every highlight that I've seen ever. Like, when I saw it, like, first I didn't care for it, honestly. I was like, oh, it's just another typical highlight, but I have only seen pictures of it and videos of it, and you know, just on that. I never really went to Sephora and swatched it myself until I went one day. I wasn't looking for it. I forgot what I was looking for. I just walked into Sephora without even thinking about this highlight. I swatched it. The first swatch, you guys, I'm not even kidding, was like mind-blowing. Like, it's so buttery, it's so creamy. That's one swatch, and the color is just perfect. Like, I don't know, like, there's nothing else like it out there, I feel. So yeah, this is one of my top favorites, and I highly recommend it. Before I get into the demo, I'm gonna talk to you guys about brushes. Brushes will help your application go on so much easier. It doesn't matter if your brush is like $200 or $1. Like, as long as you know how to use it, that's that. Like, it's all up to you on how you use it and what you use. So one of my favorite brushes right now is a flat, it's a shader brush, but I don't like it for an eyeshadow because this is labeled as a shadow brush. It is double-ended, and I don't know, like, I don't see myself using this brush in my eyeshadow, like in my eyes, just because my eyes are so small. So I feel like it would just be useless. So I do use it as like a highlight to use on the smaller areas of my face. Why the heck can I not talk today? It's been like a long day, like a long morning. But anyways, I like to use this little baby here to use it on the smaller areas of my face. So for the bigger areas, I do like using a fan brush. A fan brush is basically everybody's go-to brush for highlighters. With me, I think it just depends. And this one is from the company called Shany, Shany. You could find it on Amazon, and this came with a whole brush collection. Anyways, these two are my favorite ones. I just dropped one. And these two are my favorite ones to apply my highlight with. So now I'm going to show you guys where and how I apply it. So like I said, I am going to take my favorite highlighter, and that is a Champagne Pop. And it's my favorite one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fan brush, and I'm going to dip into here. I like to tap it instead of rubbing it in. So I'm just going to tap and then dust off the excess powder. And then with the fan brush, I'm going to hit the highest parts of my face. So where you want to apply your highlight is on your cheekbones up here. And you could kind of feel where you have them because it kind of like indents. Like, you have this little part like popped out right here. Just feel it with your finger or with something, and you'll be able to feel it popping out. So you want to apply your highlight in these areas. You could go up to your temple in a C shape here. You will see what I mean by that. Above your eyebrows, on your forehead, down the bridge of your nose, the tip of the nose, the cupid's bow, and the chin. So what I'm going to do is I took a little bit of powder on my fan brush, and I'm going to hit the highest parts of my cheekbone. That's what it's usually called. Like, if you look at every video, they will say the highest part of their cheekbone. So what they mean by that is just placing the fan brush on top of that, like, bone that they have right here before it starts to get hollow where your eye socket goes. So I'm just going to hit the places there and blend it down into the blush. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm just going to place it here, go up and down, and blend it down. like so. And then I'm going to pick up my smaller brush, and then I'm going to go back in and into my highlighter, and then I'm going to hit the highest parts of my center of the face, if that makes sense. So that would be basically every area that pops out. So that's going to be the tip of my nose, like so. If you want, you could apply it to the whole bridge of your nose, but I don't really like doing that, but it's up to you. And then the Cupid's bow. And the reason why you want to add it to your Cupid's bow is that will make your mouth, your top lip, look a little bit more poutier. And then, and notice I'm not going back into the highlight. This highlight will be enough for like your whole face. So then take a little bit and on the tip of the chin. And then another one of my favorites is on the center of the forehead. So this is just what a suitable light layer looks like. Now, if you're a person that really wants to intensify your highlight or something, what you want to do is get a fan brush or whatever brush you're using and spray it with a little bit of setting spray. This is the Mario Badescu facial spray. And what you want to do is let that dry a little bit, and then once it's a little bit dry, you're going to go directly into your highlight or eyeshadow, whatever it is that you decide to use. And then you're going to quickly, before that setting spray dries, you're going to want to place more highlight on the areas that you already applied highlight to. So you're just going to want to go and hit them again, and this will just intensify that highlight 10 times more and make everything look a whole lot more dramatic. So if you're into a dramatic, very blindingly highlight, then this would be your best bet for you. So yeah, just you could even use eye drops or water, whatever you have around. Just spray your brush with it and then take it directly into the highlight and then directly onto your face, and it will intensify everything a whole lot more, and you will be able to glow in the dark. So if you're not one that really wants an intense highlight like everybody else does on Instagram, what you could do is take whatever brush you have, like whatever beauty sponge you have around. And what I like to do is just let this dry after I apply my foundation. I let it dry for like a good hour and a half or so. And then what I like to do is tap it into the areas that I applied my highlight. And that will kind of like melt it into the skin and make it look a little bit more natural. So yeah, that wraps up the video, you guys. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit something. If you didn't, or if you have any further questions, ask me down in the comments below, or Snapchat them to me. I will leave my name here somewhere. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. I do post videos 3 times a week, except for this week. I did not have a vlog up for you guys, and I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next. Bye, you guys.